Reading for Aries, Sun, Moon, and Ascendant. And all you Aries out there, listen up. This is for the month of March. This is for Aries, March 2024. Okay? Here we go. All right, so this is going to cover some love, health, and money. March is your birthday. Your birthday starts, right? This is going to be your season real soon. You have probably had some difficulties or feeling kind of sad or off or not really having everything that you want to happening, right? So there's probably a lot of things that kind of showed up that you didn't sign up for. But you're juggling it, you're making it happen. There it is. I mean, you're getting some of the things you want, but you're certainly not getting all that you want, Aries, sorry to say. Okay, unfortunately. So you probably aren't saying everything you're thinking, but you certainly are feeling off, okay? That is for sure. And there's some areas that can't be fixed, can't be healed. There's just no going back. There's change, right? Big change. So March is kind of going to change again, because whatever's been happening shifted the energy. And now the energy is looking to stabilize. So that means another shift, another move will come to stabilize the energy, right? So March is going to be a month of sorting through what's next. The whole month is going to be very important because you want to make some changes. You want different things in your life. And I see you going after it. I see you pushing through the difficulties that you've been facing and standing in your truth and your power. You might also not been feeling all of your normal healthy self. Could be a little low, a little down. So I would say that it's a good idea to increase your vitamins and rest and those types of things. Yes, we need to get you out, but we also need to get you in, looking after yourself, okay? There might be a slight depression that you're kind of trying to push off, but maybe you need to look at what's causing it, what's making you sad, what's not making you feel good. So that it could be that people aren't responding to you in the loving way that you're used to, and maybe something's changed, not maybe in you, but maybe in them. Maybe your friendships have changed, your circles have changed, there's circumstances have changed. Living arrangements have changed. Since COVID, there's been a lot of change, and I can tell you about Aries, they're not too fond of change. And unfortunately, I think that's what's happening in your life, but you're being called to make a final change. Or maybe not final, but certainly one that has more longevity than the last little bit, okay? And if you've been stable and unchanged for a while, likely the change that comes next will be bigger than most. You may not feel as if you are being nurtured properly by the male energy. You do have the Empress card in reverse, and don't feel your output has been reciprocated. So there will be some question about how much you give to others, who you give that energy to, and why. So you may be very selective over the next little while about who you give up the love for. And it's not that you are a conditional loving person. You are not. But you have decided that your energy is worthy of response. And if there is no response, you're going to pull back. It's just what's happening. So I think this next month is going to be sort of a restart. So see you sort of stepping back a few steps, clearing things. It's sort of like 2 steps back and full speed ahead. I think you're reviewing your relationships and not too pleased with some of the experiences you've had, and maybe you're judging yourself a little bit or judging them for sure. Either way, you're shedding light on old situations in order to improve things for yourself. So I see you, really taking the bull by the horn, so to speak, and actually looking things over. Where did I go wrong? What should I have done better? Who could I have helped more? Who should I not have helped more? All of these kinds of things are going to be concerns, thoughts that you'll need to be addressing. Old friends and old experiences are going to be very helpful for you to sort of rekindle old memories. So these kinds of things are probably really important for you to not only to clear, but also to regroup, in order for you to be reminded of who you are, who you've become, what you stand for in life, okay? You might not be super happy about the way your money's coming in. Maybe there's not enough of it, or maybe for those of you that aren't working, you'll want to work. Or for those of you that aren't working because you're older, you'll still be bored and want some activity. There'll be, like, either way, the Aries here shows unhappiness because there's not enough activity directed in the areas that they want to put energy into. So Aries is going to have a little bit of problem with not having proper resources and outlets for their personal interests, okay? So, sometimes when I see this type of thing, I say to the Aries, why don't you start something? Why don't you create something? If you want to play euchre and there's no one playing euchre, start a group, put it on Facebook, whatever. Go in the coffee house and tell people, whatever you got to do, bingo hall. But Aries, you're the person who will do that. Aries does like to communicate, loves to talk to people. I'm going to say that the last few years there's been a change in your friendship circle. This maybe is a bone of contention for you. Really not too happy about that, okay? Two of Swords is when in doubt, sit it out. Don't do anything. And seriously, do you have to make a move, or can you just think about it all? So what I say, Aries, thinking, sorting, reorganizing, planning, escaping the nonsense that maybe came in on that train I said you didn't sign up for. So I do think, though, that better days are coming. I do see also connections with either old loves or old flames or old friends or old family members that you haven't seen for a while, that type of thing. I really like that. That looks really, really good. But you may feel kind of trapped right now. It could just be winter if you're in a wintry country, or there's not enough money to go around, or everybody you want to see is too far away, that type of a thing. So your health is supposed to be looked after in terms of rest and vitamins, all right? And address if you're smoking too much, stop smoking. If you're drinking too much, stop drinking so much. If you're eating too much, same thing. So right now, just want you to sort of neutralize everything, bring everything down to balance. That's what March is going to be for, a clearing. And not like February was a really big clearing. This is different. This is more of okay, I got everything cleared up. Here's all my piles. Now what do I want from this pile? I'm taking it. That's going somewhere else. And so on. Okay? So it's a little different than February. February would have been way more chaotic. This is way more productive, and also eventually leads you to your goals and your dreams. So you can have your goals and dreams. You can put things in place. That's what this is for. But they may not actually transpire completely yet. That would probably be coming in the next 2 months. Okay, yeah, maybe 3, up to 3. Okay, so that's what I see there for you. Relationships. There could be, if you are in a relationship, there will be. Actually, some of you are going to get married very soon, or planning marriages. Some of you will definitely be doing that. And others will be planning how to fix a relationship if you're in one, and then and others will be planning how to get into a relationship. So relationship will be an issue for you, or certainly a concern or thought or a hope. Okay, money. Like I said, there's not enough to go around. There's just not enough to go around. You may be owed money by someone and it doesn't come in, or promised money, then it doesn't come, or promised a certain amount, that doesn't come. So if you have any investments and you got numbers on those investments, I'd be careful, because there might be a reduction. Not a lot, but it might still be a reduction. So be mindful of those types of things regarding money. So I don't see huge amounts of money coming your way in March. Doesn't mean you won't make it happen soon afterwards, okay? So there you go, Aries, Sun, Moon, and Ascendant. That was for the month of March 2024.